The federal probe into the president's son, Hunter Biden, is starting to really heat up. A new CBS report shows that the U.S. Attorney's Office wanted every record relating to Hunter's finances, including even his paternity documents. Watch.
Our CBS News investigative team was able to obtain this subpoena that was sent by the U.S. Attorney's Office in Delaware in December of 2020 to a law firm in Arkansas that represented London Roberts, the woman who brought and settled a paternity suit with Hunter Biden. This is a very broad subpoena seeking financial records, and it falls into two distinct buckets. The first has to do with the flow of money in and out of his accounts. It asks for all documents, emails, instant messages related to income, expenses, debts, financial transactions, both personal and business. Former U.S. Attorney told us that this kind of subpoena really indicates to him that the U.S. Attorney in Delaware is leaving no stone unturned.
They're leaving no stone unturned, suggesting that this probe might expand beyond just Hunter Biden. As CBS is also reporting that Joe Biden's brother, James Biden, was served with a federal subpoena requesting all of his financial documents dating back to 2014 when Joe was vice president. We know that Joe Biden had intertwined finances with his son Hunter when Hunter and his business partners were paying off Joe's bills, like his home repairs and his private phone lines. So it's very possible that the president, Joe Biden, may also find himself in the crosshairs of a federal investigation. Jim Trusty is a former DOJ prosecutor. Jim, it's good to have you on tonight. This is a very far-reaching subpoena, and it is one that is quite broad. It doesn't seem like just a tax evasion investigation.
Yeah, that's the big question, and I really think that's going to be the ultimate test here of the Attorney General, ultimately, is whether or not this is just a tax case or something bigger. I mean, the investigation has two big landmark self-inflicted injuries that we know of, the first being leaving the laptop at the repair shop. The second is probably this: fighting a paternity suit against an Arkansas stripper has led to an easy avenue for federal prosecutors to have kind of contemporaneous records of income and expenses for Hunter Biden. I mean, these are self-inflicted dumb moves by him, but they don't guarantee that the probe is being done honestly and objectively. It doesn't guarantee that you're going to see a result that implicates all the federal laws that are really in play for his conduct.
You know, Jim, you really disappoint me when you bring reality back into the sphere. I mean, as a former DA myself, and I'm talking to you, and it's like, yes, it sounds like we've got a case here. And then, but remember who was in charge of the Department of Justice? Merrick Garland, the guy who wanted to go after parents of those domestic terrorists. But, you know, Jim, what's interesting is that Joe Biden, James Biden, the brother, is also involved. And we know that Hunter and James were doing business. So, you know, it's not just about taxes when they start bringing in the president's brother as well. I mean, that kind of, to a prosecutor, smells like something a little different.
Yeah, you're right. And it's a question of whether they're viewing James as a conduit for more information, just a witness, or if he's a subject or a target. And those are things that only a few people in this world know right now. But look, I mean, you know, I think you're right that if they're looking expansively at other people, it sounds like more than a tax case. And remember, the only people that have called this a tax investigation are Hunter's own attorneys. They kind of set that out as a trial balloon, and we don't really have any confirmation what the scope is from the U.S. Attorney's Office.
Yes, that is so true. And, you know, if they have Hunter's laptop, I mean, reports are that there are things on that laptop that in and of themselves are crimes. So, I mean, you know, the question is whether or not the Department of Justice, and right now it's with the U.S. Attorney in Delaware, correct?
It is, but remember, the end game here is going to be a big old permission slip from the Attorney General. And whether that's a soft plea on a busy Friday afternoon to like a tax misdemeanor, or whether it's a robust, serious investigation and prosecution that implicates other people and Foreign Corrupt Practices Act, FARA, money laundering, all the things that are really at play, yeah, that's the big wait and see about this Attorney General. It's not just the integrity of the investigators and the U.S. Attorney.
You are so right about that, Jim Trusty. Thanks so much for being with us tonight.
Sure.
Okay.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.